What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, we're going back to Game Informer. Game Informer ended up showing off some long Supremacy gameplay, and I thought it looked amazing, but there's even more inside it. In fact, whenever I was watching this footage, I was like, what gun is that? What gun are they using? And after watching it for a little while, I realized that we were watching extended action of the Khvostov in Supremacy gameplay. So I really want to talk about this. I want to show off this clip in case you haven't visited Game Informer's website. If you haven't visited there, go ahead and do it. You can see that this video is just screen capturing the website as it's going. The actual game footage is a little bit small resolution, so if I actually blew it up to the full size of this, it looked really blurry, so I zoomed in as much as I could and just figured that it's better off to show things than show nothing at all. And it's really worthwhile to take a look at this gameplay and this gun in action because it looks amazing. So whenever I was actually watching it, I was like, what gun are they using? And then it dawned on me, this was the Khvostov. And at the beginning, you can see that he's actually using it as the high rate of fire, Doctrine of Passing, Arminius D style of auto rifle. And it looks like it has 65 bullets in the magazine. Now, I don't know what perks are actually being picked on this. I don't know if you can get more bullets in the magazine or if 65 is the max. What I do know is from looking at the Khvostov and all of the perks earlier, there was nothing really specific talking about adding ammo to the magazine or not. We just had those final perks that were talking about the rate of fire, the rounds per minute. And apparently whenever you select that, that is going to change a lot of stats in the gun, even if you maybe don't see it in the stat bar. And that's kind of one of the things that I thought was going to happen. I thought there was going to be a chance that the Khvostov was going to be one of those weapons, like there are in Destiny, like the Lord of Wolves for instance, that their stats don't exactly tell the entire story. Whenever we're watching this thing fire off in the full auto, the highest rate of fire though, it looks like it's pretty stable, it looks like it's doing a pretty good job of hitting headshots from a far distance. It looks actually pretty amazing. This gun looks to be a pretty amazing gun to use. And then we can see that he actually ended up switching it over to the auto rifle of the slower rate of fire. So I believe this was the 450 rounds per minute, the slower rate of fire auto rifle. So it looks like this is probably more along the lines of the Suro style, the slowest rate of fire auto rifles that we can put out, because it was dealing 26 damage per headshot. But this gun, even though those slow rate of fire auto rifles really aren't good right now in this game, it makes me wonder if there's a little bit of a weapon patch that's coming, because this seems to be pretty effective. This seems to be pretty effective, though is it really effective because the weapon's good now? Or is it effective because the weapons that are around and that he's going against aren't really the same type like we're seeing right now? Because right now, the Grasp of Malak would absolutely just decimate the Suros regime. It just absolutely decimates it. We can also see that we're rocking out that sidearm. This is a 3-burst sidearm, so on every pull of the trigger, it actually fires off 3 bullets, just like the Drake's Promise. Now, I know a lot of people are probably rolling their eyes, and I roll my eyes a little bit at this too. Here's the problem, sidearms really aren't used in the game right now, and special ammo is very scarce. Now, I know that sidearms end up regenerating special ammo whenever you respawn. You pretty much get a full magazine if you have none. But the problem is, if you're lacking that special ammo whenever you're going into the game, you're not going to get it back until you die, and dying is not an option. So whenever you've got a small magazine of special ammo to begin with in the sidearm, and then every trigger pull you fire off 3 of those bullets, and it takes you probably 4 pulls to end up getting an enemy down, based on the hit detection and just the way that the sidearms seem to work in general. Sidearms can really run through your special ammo, and I think because of that, because of the fact that they're so inefficient with their special ammo use, and their special ammo pool is actually so limited, I feel like sidearms just can't get into the place that they need to be in Destiny. For instance, a fusion rifle, a shotgun, a sniper rifle, all of those can one-shot kill you. All of those can one-shot kill you, so 1 special ammo, 1 trigger pull, dead enemy. Whereas with the sidearm, you might run through 6 bullets if you're just using a normal sidearm, and with these 3 burst ones, you might run through 9 to 12 bullets in order to kill 1 enemy. That is extremely inefficient. That's just not the way that you want to go ahead and use your special ammo. And honestly, I don't find their value to be that great where I'm just running around and needing to manage my special ammo on the sidearms as much as I could with some of the other weapons. If you want to take down shotgunners, I prefer fusion rifles to sidearms because they're much more efficient with that special ammo. That's just my opinion. So they're talking about sidearms again. Are they going to buff them or do a little fix to them that'll at least help to make them viable and usable in all aspects as opposed to being a niche type weapon? Because I think they're really fun. I think they're a fun addition, but I don't think that they're where they need to be in the game right now. I don't think they're where they need to be in competitive PvP, and in PvE, just forget about it. Forget about it. Not worthwhile at all in PvE. Not at all. But we are watching some Supremacy gameplay, and just in case you aren't familiar with it, those blue and those red engrams that are falling on the ground, that's actually the way that you end up getting a score in the game. There's no worrying about your KD or anything like that. It's all about picking up those crests. So for instance, if you're really, really bad at killing enemies, maybe you're really, really good at running in the game, and maybe what your job will be is to be a ninja, just running around, maybe invisible, maybe an invisible ninja running around the map, trying to see whenever your teammates die or an enemy dies, and just running in and grabbing the crests, grabbing the honor either for your own team's guardian or the enemy guardian, and getting all the points. Because honestly, if you're grabbing those crests, you are going to be the MVP. Because you only win by grabbing crests. You only gain score and points by grabbing crests. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to be at the top of the leaderboard necessarily, but it seems like it. It seems like crest grabbing does put you at the top of the leaderboard as opposed to kills, and you don't always see that in all objective-based gameplay in Destiny. And what I mean by that is, for instance, if you're playing zone control, not regular control, but zone control, you're at the top of the leaderboard based on your kills. Even though kills don't show up, even though kills don't really matter as far as the score is concerned, the only thing in zone control is capturing the zones, and you get points ticking up for every zone that you control. But you don't exactly get at the top of the leaderboard for the most amount of zones that you capture. But in Supremacy, it looks like you will be at the top of the leaderboard based on the amount of crests that you capture. So that's pretty nice. That's a nice different way to kind of give a kudos to players who maybe aren't the monsters of players like we've got like Luminosity or Crafty or Enkuch, those guys who are just absolute PvP monsters. Those of us who are at a much, much lower tier, maybe we can feel good about being at the top of the leaderboard for doing something so simple as actually helping our team win by completing the objectives. So I think it's pretty fun. I actually think that Supremacy might be the best game mode that we're ever going to see in the Crucible, at least so far. And I know that's a little bit of a stretch having never played it. I mean, I'm sure people were thinking that Rift was going to be an absolutely amazing game mode, but I feel like this kill confirmed match is going to be something that works really well in Destiny. The one reason why is Destiny is all about movement. Destiny is basically all about vertical movement and running around and having movement, double jumps, triple jumps, gliding, floating, flying all over the place. And sometimes people forget about that and just sit and crouch and camp and snipe. And no matter what they might say, I feel like the essence of Destiny is lost on players like that. That's just my personal opinion. Oh, and take a look at this weapon, this rocket launcher that looked absolutely amazing. I believe that is actually the Iron Banner rocket launcher that we saw on the screen just killing enemies, and it looks sick. It looks like it has a little bit of the Gjallarhorn base model going in it, and of course we know it's Iron Banner because it's got that long corrugated tube, and that seems to be the dead giveaway of what's Iron Banner or not Iron Banner as far as the new weapons go. So we got to see 3 new weapons in this gameplay. We got to see the Khvostov, we got to see a 3-burst sidearm pistol, and we got to see the Iron Banner rocket launcher, all in the new game mode Supremacy. And it all looks pretty cool, and it looks pretty fun. So if you want some more Destiny Rise of Iron content, go over to Game Informer, check it out. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Rise of Iron, and I'll see you around in Destiny. You can't Khvostov me.